Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. Today we'll be doing a reading for our good people of Pisces. This is going to be for the month of June 2024. So let's get started. We have our deck here already shuffled. So let me just do a little shuffle, light shuffle, and we'll start as usual. We'll do the month of June by drawing 4 cards, one for each week, all right, of the month. How you guys doing? I'm recording this at the end of May, so I hope you guys have been having a wonderful month of May. And let's just pick here a card for you guys. All right, so let's go here maybe. Let's pick this one up. This is going to be your first week. And for the first week of June, we have here, let's see, the 6 of Cups. Nice. This is a lovely card. Let's take a look at it. So the 6 of Cups talks to us about enjoyment. I love this because this is a card that talks about has the energy of enjoyment with friends or with family, and sometimes even with somebody you haven't seen in a long while, and it's coming, maybe somebody, an old friend is coming into town, or you're going to visit them, and there's this sense of enjoyment, of being happy to see each other again, all right? But also doesn't have to be far away. It can be people that are near you, family, friends. But it's a time, let's say, it's a social time, let's say that, all right? It's a time of enjoyment with other people. This also implies that you have to start getting ready for an emotional purification, all right? That kind of has, I kind of feel like in the past you have been carrying a little bit of sorrow, a little bit of heaviness, all right? So this card starts marking the beginning of the process of that purification coming or changing towards happiness or support or companionship, all right? This is what this card is about. If you look at the imagery on the card, we have this fellow here bringing a full cup with flowers, with lily, to this other girl. So there's a sense of like, I'm happy to see you, and I'm also bearing gifts, and I'm supporting, I'm bringing, light and flowers to you, all right? It also talks about some possibility of nostalgia. So you might be feeling a little bit nostalgic about past times or someone who was in the past for you. So there will be a sense of sometimes nostalgic feeling. But I would say also what this card warns us though is that, it's okay to feel nostalgic. We all feel it. Everybody feels it. What you don't want to do, and this is the warning of the card, is to stay stuck in the nostalgia, all right? Because that will do you no good. It will start bringing most likely a sense of sadness, heaviness, if you will, of the heart. So what you want to do is feel the nostalgia, feel the little awe, right, if you need to, but just also be mindful to take yourself out of that. Do not deny it. Do not suppress it. All right. It's there for a reason. So feel it, acknowledge it, but then move forward, right? Don't stay stuck, because that's the warning of this card. It's a beautiful card, but it comes with that warning. Do not get stuck emotionally wherever you are. All right. So let's go for week number 2, guys. This is going to be the week number 2 for our fellow Pisces. And let's just put it here real quick. And let's say this one. This is going to be the week number 2 for the month of June. This is again for Pisces. I love that sign. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, we got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, I like this because this card talks to us about skills and developing skills. So you start the first week with a sense of contentment, a sense of gladness, but also a little bit of nostalgic, a little bit sort of like, oh, I wish that XXX, right? And then comes second week, and second week is a little more of action, which is a perfect thing to get you out if you, for whatever reason, get stuck in the nostalgic feeling. Activity is probably one of the best remedies, right? So here we are in week 2 with the Three of Pentacles, and Pentacles are, they're right here, I don't know if you can see them. They are a suit of materiality, and you see the gentleman here working, right? And he's working on his skills, developing. This is probably somebody who's working on the architectural details of this building. And you see how he's talking to these people. So he's not either. It's the person who receives this card is either learning something, learning new skills, or imparting skills. So I feel like during this time, it's a time where you will feel inclined to gain more knowledge, whether reading something, watching a YouTube video, watching a documentary, maybe taking a small class or course or something like that. But this is a time where it's self-development, both and in the end, sort of like traditional, let's say traditional training for a skill, for work, let's say, or a trade, but also in terms of internal development. Okay, it's being skillful in the inner world. All right. So this is a time where things are good for you to contemplate at things and think about things that are good for you for your own self-development. All right. So this is the week number 2 for June. Let's take a look now, and let's take a look at card number 3, or week 3 of the. Oh, well, we got it. I think it came reverse. So here it is. Here is the 8th of the spades. Okay. So I love it because this card, it looks a little scary. I know, it's like a lady tied up with spades around her, or swords around her. I keep calling the sword spades. So you guys must forgive me. Somehow I always call them spades. But whatever you call it's fine, swords or spades. But anyway, I know the imagery is a little scary. The lady is being tied up with, blindfolded with spades or swords around her. But it's actually not a good card. This is a card of new ideas popping up. All right. So I love this card because this brings mental clarity. This brings new ideas, new insights, new discoveries in your inner world. So remember when we talked here, this could bring self-development, creating new skills, and it can bring skills sort of in the material world, things for work, but also on the inner world. And I feel now, looking at this card, that this is going to be a time more of introspection, where you are going to start developing skills to deal with your own nature, if you will. Whatever it is that you're dealing with psychologically, this is a time where you're probably going to have new insights and not just new discoveries and new material, if you will, also to learn from. All right. So it also brings mental clarity, which I love, because it's one thing to have ideas, but if you don't have the clarity, what do you do with the ideas then, right? So this card in particular is good in bringing mental clarity. It brings new ideas, new insights, brings about projects, all right? Mind you, this is not a time to develop the project. This is the card that indicates that a project may pop into your mind, new ideas, new insights, but it's not a card of action. Let me put it this way. It's a card of thinking. The suit of spades and swords have to do with thinking. It's not a card of action. So I don't feel pressured that because you have an idea coming to your mind, you need to act on it immediately. This is not the case. This is a card really for thinking and start developing those ideas and start sort of maybe writing them down, maybe giving the priorities, maybe contemplating how they could work or not work for you, what changes you would need to do, or what things you would need to let go as well, right? So that's what this card is, all right? So let's take now a last look at week number 4 for Pisces. Loving this reading for you guys. Very excited for you. Very, very excited. All right. So here is, let's take week 4 for you. It's going to be here. And for Pisces in June, the week 4, look at that. The Ace of Swords. phenomenal. Let me just put this a little bit. You see, the cards keep moving on their own. This is weird. Anyway, so we have the Ace of Swords. So I love this card in particular, especially after this one, because guess what? Again, we're talking about suits of swords. I'll leave a link here just so since you guys got two sword cards, I'm going to leave a link here with I made a little video of the description explanation of the suit of every suit basically, but I have one for the suit of swords. And if you made it so far to the video, I think it's going to be worthwhile for you to look at it. It's a good video. It explains what the suit of swords is about. So I'll leave it right here. There you go. And now the Ace of Swords. I love it because this is also about clarity of thinking. So we started it here with the idea, new projects, new insights, right? Remember? Now we're moving here with these ideas start becoming clearer now. There's actually the fact of sudden insight as opposed to like, well, we're ruminating, you know, the facts. Now it's just like, oh, why didn't I see this before? This is the kind of thing that happens with this card, all right? This is also a very intellectual card. I kind of like to say it is intellectual, but also you can apply to your inner world, all right? For those who are sort of more spiritually developed, it also brings about this discernment, right? Where you find out, well, this is good for me, this is not good for me, and you start making decisions based on what's good for you, all right? What works for you. So this is also a card. Most of the times it's intellectual knowledge, but for those of you who have sort of a more spiritual twist to it, if you will, it also brings, you know, internal knowledge or spiritual knowledge. So this is a good card on both ends, both the material and the spiritual, all right? It also brings an end to confusion, all right? Because sometimes what you're thinking here can bring a little bit of like, okay, how do I go about this? Should I, shouldn't I? And, you know, a little bit of confusion, which is normal if you think about it when we are starting with ideas. It's a little bit of back and forth and adding ingredients, then taking them out and maybe bringing them back. So in this fourth week, we see more of a clarity of insights and popping up like out of the blue, right? It really is an end to the confusion that you may have had feeling during this time. And also this increases or indicates an increase of mental clarity, mental power, all right? So if you, for every reason, I know it's going to be the summer, but if you for any reason are taking a test on the last week of June, this is a fantastic time, right? Because, you know, the mind will be sort of more, for you, it feels like it will be more attuned to its own power and more clear, right? So far, I am loving this for you guys in Pisces. If you like it, if this resonates with you, put in the comments, amen, put a yes, exclamation point, put whatever you want, positive thinking, good vibes, whatever you want to affirm this for you, all right? The universe responds this way. You know, the more you interact with it, the more it gives you back, all right? So make a comment. Also, please like and subscribe. I love doing these videos for you guys, so it will also mean so much to get your support as well. So I'll wish you well. I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much.